Let us start how to analyze our WhatsApp chat group. For that, you need to export a WhatsApp chat group without media option. After completing that, you will get one text file of our WhatsApp chat group. You need to save that text file into the folder where this Python file is there. After that, you need to install some libraries: NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Plotly, Emoji, Regex. For that, you need to type command pip install and then particular library that you want to install. After you complete all these steps, start with the programming. Import all the necessaries library that I have shown here. Next, in the text file, all messages starts with date, time, author and message. If the message did not contain date and time at the starting, then it will be considered as the continuation of previous message. If it starts with date, time, then it is considered as a new message. So for that, we need to create one pattern that matches with the date time combination. For that, we need to select all the combinations. Here, date, month, year, 0 to 9, all possible combinations are there. For time also, hour, minute and AM or PM, capital also and small also. All these patterns will be matched with our string, means with our message. Starting of the message will be matched with all this combination of pattern. If the string matches, then it will return true. What this regex pattern does, it matches the all possible combination of character marked as letter in the Unicode database provided by Unicode data module. This find author function does, it will split our message by this colon, because our message format will be date, time, dash, author, colon, message. So to get this author name, we have to split our message by this colon. So after splitting our message by this colon, we will check if length of s equals to 2. Why we have done this? Because before column we have 3 values: date, time and author. So 0th index, 1st index and at 2nd index author will be there. So if the length of the string will be 2, then only it return true. Let's now understand what this function does. Here, split line equals to line dot split by dash. So it will split our message by this dash. So at one side date time will be there and at other side author and whole message will be there. So in date time value, split line of 0. So date time will be stored in date time variable. Date and time is separated by date time dot split comma, because in between date and time comma will be there. So to separate this date and time value, we have used the split function by this comma. In message variable, we have stored split line in bracket slicing operation, which starts from 1 and then till message ends. Means after this, here split line of 0 contains author and split line of message contains 1 position. So message dot whole message is stored. What this split line 1 colon means, it will store message starting from 1 index till the message ends. Now find author message. This function will find the author of the message which we have shown above, and then split message function will split message by colon, as we have shown here, author colon message. So message is split by this colon. Author will be split message of 0. Here at 0th index author will be there, so that value of author will be stored in author variable. In message, whole message is stored. If this value is not found, then author equals to none. Return date, time, author, message, all 4 variables are written. As we have done get data point Android, we have done the same thing for iOS. Now let us start with split count. Split count method function does, it will find all the emojis used in our message. So for that we have first created emojis underscore list variable, which is empty list. Then in data variable we have stored all the emojis in our text, which means our message. For word in data, if any character in emoji.unicode emoji for character in word, it means it will check every character in our message. If it matches with the emoji in unicode underscore emoji function, it is the library that consists of whole emojis. So it will match. If any emoji from that library is present in our message, then it will append that emoji in our emoji list, and then emoji list is written. Next we have created parse data empty list, and in conversation path variable provide the whole path of our text file where you have stored. Next, open the conversation path means our text file with encoding equals to UTF-8 SFP. Then read the line. In device variable, it will contain the operating system of our phone. Next, fp.readline. It will read all the lines of our text file. Now create one empty list named message buffer. Date, time, author will be initialized as none, as our message contains 4 things: date, time, author, message. So it will be initialized first as none. While true, while it will read all the lines of our text file, it will return true. As the file ends, it will return false. It will read all the line. If not line, break. If device equals to iOS, this is the whole code for iOS. It will call all the functions which we have created previously. Else, this is the code for Android. What this code does, if the message buffer size is greater than 0, means if it contains any value, then parse data will append date, time and author in parse data list. Then buffer is cleared. Then in date, time, author, message, all the values of these 4 will be stored. It will call this get data point Android function, which we have discussed previously. It will get all these 4 values and store in these variables. What this code will do? It will check if device equals to Android. Then in df variable, data frame will be stored, and parse data list will be given in pd.dataframe function, and column names will be date, time, author and message. In date column, it will be converted to to_datetime of date column, means our date will be converted into datetime variable. Now we will drop all the null values of our data frame. In emoji column, message.apply split count. The split count function will be applied on message, and it counts the number of emojis contained in our message. URL pattern. This pattern will match URL contained in our message, which start with HTTPS. URL count column will store this URL pattern. Here df.message.applied lambda x colon re dot find all URL pattern comma x. Here x is our message, URL pattern is the regex pattern, and re is regex variable. Re dot find all means it will find all the URL pattern contained in our message, and it will check the number of URL count, means .str.len length function will count the number of URL contained in our message. Else this is the same code for iOS. df.head2 will return the first two rows from our data frame. You can see that column is date, time, author, message, emoji and URL count. df.info will return all the statistics of our group chat. df.author.unique will return all unique authors, means all the name of group members of our group. df.dropNa will drop all the null values, and you can see total messages by df.shape. It will return the number of messages stored in our data frame. So you can see that 2221 messages are there in our group chat. Media messages equals to df of message equals to media omitted. If you can remember, I have said that you will export chat without media option. So in media column, media omitted will be there. So in media messages we will check if message equals to media omitted, then it will be count as media messages. In emojis variable, all the emojis will be counted which has been used in our group chat. Here total 623 emojis has been used in our group chat. Next, in URL pattern, the number of URL will be counted that has been used in our group chat. 3 URLs has been sent in our group chat. Let us separate media and text messages. Link messages equals to df of URL count greater than 0. If URL count is greater than 0 means URL is present in that message. So this data frame count will be in link messages variable. Deleted message. If message equals to you deleted this message or this message was deleted, means it will be considered as someone has deleted that message. So that count will be stored, that data frame will be stored in deleted messages variable. Media messages data frame equals to data frame of data frame message equals to media omitted, image omitted or video omitted. This message will be considered as media messages underscore df. Now we will drop this 3 data frame from our messages underscore data frame. So this will separate our text messages and media messages. Now our data frame will not contain any link or deleted message or any media message. Messages underscore df dot info will return all the statistics of our group chat. Now let's calculate words and letters. Words is separated by space and length function will count all the letters. So you can see that in message underscore df of column letter count, we have applied lambda function which will count the length of all the message, means it will count all the letters. In word count column, we have applied lambda function which will split all the words by space, so it will count all the words. Message underscore df dot head 10, it will return first 10 rows of our data frame. You can see all these 10 rows of our data frame. Here we have written the statistics of our group chat by author. Friends equals to message underscore df dot author dot unique. It will return all the name of group members of our chat. I in range length of friends require underscore df equals to message underscore df of author equals to friend. Means if name equals to Rutvi, then it will be matched by this author name. If match is successful, then all the statistics of Rutvi, means the number of emojis Rutvi has sent, number of link Rutvi has sent, number of media messages, number of words per message, and number of messages sent by Rutvi will be shown. So here you can see that Rutvi has sent total 345 messages, number of words is 6.95, media messages is 95, emojis sent 77, and link sent is 0. The statistics of Vaidehi is the highest. You can see that she has sent 495 messages, which is highest of all. So you can analyze by this Python file who has sent more messages, more emojis, more links, and highest media messages. Now you can also see the unique emojis used in our group. Total emoji list equals to list set A for B in message underscore df emoji for A in B. It will return all the unique emojis in our message. So this length function will count all these unique emojis. So you can see that 67 unique emojis are used. You can also see most used emojis. The code for that is total emoji list equals to A for B in message underscore df dot emoji for A in B. Dictionary. This will count the emoji list. Sorted. Emoji underscore dict dot items. It will sorted reverse equals to true. Means most used emojis will be on top. Here you can see that this emojis, the number of this emoji is 151, so it is on top. Second most emoji is used of laughing, 71. Then this emoji is used. The count of this emoji is 37. Emoji underscore df equals to, we will create one data frame which will contain columns emoji and count. So you can see that all the emojis and its count in proper data frame format. You can also create a pie chart of our emoji which will show the proportion of emoji used. You can also see the time at which the most members are active in the group chat. For that you need to count the value underscore count dot head 10, means it will count the first 10 rows time. Dot plot bar chart. X label equals to number of messages, Y label equals to time. You can see that at 9:55 PM most of the time chatting is done in our WhatsApp chat group. This way you can analyze various statistics of our WhatsApp chat group analyze. You can also try on your WhatsApp chat group. I have put this whole Python file in my GitHub account. The link is given in the below description, so you can download it from there. If you like my content, then you can like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.